This is a community of people who've decided to make the world equal and to raise their voice against inequality. Namaskar, this is Dr. Vani Ma'am. Be a man. Boys, don't cry. Don't cry like a girl. क्या ये बात बात पे लड़कियों की तरह रो देते हो? Own up, stand up, get up, be a man. कितनी बार आपने ये सुना होगा? If you've either spoken these words or these words have been spoken to you, this video is for you. Do you know, all of this, every single of the things that I'm going to say and that I've spoken is conditioning. And the worst part is कि ये चीजें, they're not sex defined, they're defined by gender, and nobody ever tells us how deeply are we conditioned and how to ever overcome such conditioning. It's wrong, it's sad at so many levels. Now imagine there's a young boy, and this young boy has a problem in his or her family. He's had a heartbreak. There is something that is troubling him. He wants to talk about it. He wants to emotionally show it to the world that he's suffering, and and the world should be out there to help him. Now imagine, what do we tell him? We tell him, no, you're not going to be showing your emotions. You have to man up. So instead of gently asking this young child what could the problem be with him, we instead tell him to not show emotions and to buckle all of that inside, to bottle it all up. It's wrong. It's wrong at so many levels. When feelings are dismissed and gender defining thinking is repeated again and again and again, it is then that these young boys learn to avoid expressing and they bottle up. And that bottling up of sadness has so many ways to come out when they become a man. That is where the origins of toxic behavior and toxic masculinity arise from. If they ever do show their emotions, they're called sissy. So pain, fear, and the worst of all, the one which is the maximum taboo associated with it, crying. You're just not allowed to emote. From a very young age, we're also, made to believe in stereotypes. Confidence, strength, valor, success, all of these are associated with men. Emotions, giggling, laughing for no matter, are these emotions which are associated with girls. So every single time a woman has to show her anger or displeasure, she is entering a territory which she ideally should not. And every single time a man tries to show emotions, he is being called sissy. How wrong is this at so many different levels? Who made all of this? Us. And who's going to break all of this? You and me together, us, because there is no other way that we can break these gender-based stereotypes. And we must, because if not now, when I started this channel, when I had to do what I'm doing, I asked myself, if not now, when? And if not you, who? When I started to understand, and there was nobody who ever told me all these things, just because I come from a background of privilege, I had the privilege to read, to write, to express, to travel the world and see that these biases are there in our society, and we need to raise our voice against all of these. You see, rage just doesn't come. ऐसा नहीं होता suddenly. इतना heroic है हमारी society में, हमारी movies में, मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता, मर्द बन, and you clench your fist and you bang your fist against the wall. But अगर आप देखो, it is all bottling up of emotions. Vent out तो करना ही है ना. We all do it. So when you finally are having so many emotions bottled up inside, it is then that you have anger, you have depression. Statistics studies say that 86% of the suicides in the United States of America, जहाँ ये research हुई है, वहाँ ये कहा गया that they happen in young men. They become drug abusers. They tend to go into alcohol, addiction and depression, because from a very young age, nobody tells them that emotions need to come out, and it is fine, it is okay to let out your emotions. So let me give you a way forward. Let me try and tell you कि क्या कर सकते हैं. सबसे पहले, if you're a parent, if you're watching this, if you're a sister जिनका कोई भाई, or if you're a boy, tell people कि यार don't trivialize emotions. यार तू तो ऐसे ही रो रहा है. You are not supposed to cry. तुम्हें रोना. Don't trivialize emotions. Emotions are important, and it is important to show the right emotions at the right place. It is okay for boys to cry. It is okay for women to not cry and to show anger. Let us not stereotype emotions on the basis of gender. They should not be. If you're a person who has a friend who's going through a tough time and they want to show their emotions, hear without judgment. That's the least that you can do for somebody, to hear without passing judgments. Change your reaction. Next time a boy cries in front of you, you will be like, "Arey, tu to ladka hokar ro raha hai. Arey, wo kaisa ladka hai?" So change your reactions. It's high time that you do it. It's high time we become a gender-neutral society. It's high time that we are more accepting, we are kinder, we are more compassionate, we are more understanding. And if we have been wrong in our conditioning, it is the right time to change our conditioning. For boys especially, be honest about how you feel. You don't necessarily anymore need to hold your emotions. You don't have to show affection, show emotion. कितनी बार हमारे साथ ऐसा हुआ है, our grandparents or your parents, your mother is always the more affectionate one, your parents, maybe the father could be the more upright, uptight one. If you feel the need to show emotions, go ahead and do this. It is the right time. I always say this to myself and I always say this to my children. It is, 21st century is just the right time to be born a human, because there is so much that we are understanding and there is so much that we are changing. So yes, boys can cry. Absolutely they can. And as a society, let's be more accommodating for and towards their feelings. So if you're a boy and if you're watching this video, I would really urge you to write down in the comment section about that one time you really felt like crying, but you could not. If you're a girl who's watching this video, write down that one time that any boy in your life cried and how did you handle it. Let's smash all these stereotypes together. Let's build a more equal world. Together we can and we will. So that's all from my side. If you truly feel this video can help somebody, go about sharing it. Show your love. Make sure that you're liking, sharing, subscribing, and you're helping us reach the right people. Take good care of yourselves because you deserve it. Bye.